what if I could predict what's going to happen to you in your business in the next 2 months from today? G'day winner, I'm David Dugan and I'm founder of Abundance Global, and today I'm going to be your business mystic. Here's the thing. The entrepreneurial pathway is a very predictable pathway, and if you're out there really making some things happen in your business, you're going to be going on this pathway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it out here, and as I'm drawing it out, I want you to listen for where you are right now, and also listen for what is the next step, what's coming up for you. And here it is. And you might know this story because it's going to help you to understand this story. What we know is if this is the sun and this is shining lots of light on where you are, when we start out in the entrepreneurial journey, it's exciting, it's fun, you've got some really cool things happening, and it's all really awesome. And I've got a great story to tell around this one. That is, if everyone's ever watched the movie Star Wars, and you know that Luke Skywalker, he was super excited about, leaving his planet. This is the first movie, and I was like, yeah, I want to get out there. And what happens is it's really exciting at the beginning. It's like when you're starting a business out, and it's fun and it's exciting, and you've got some really cool things that you've got an idea of what you can do. And then what happens is, as you go through the journey, you might pick up some little things, some tips, some ideas. It's a bit like when Luke found the lightsaber. What we call there's a natural phase here where you find what's called a supernatural aid. There's something that inspires you to kind of, yeah, this is it, I want to keep on going. This cycle we're to go through right now is called the hero's journey. So let's just see and listen up where you are right now. So we find the supernatural aid for Luke. That was when he had the lightsaber. And then what happens is the light from the vision of where you start out can start to get a little bit dark. You can start to go to places that you never were before. Like, I haven't done this before. This is new. I'm outside my comfort zone. I'm feeling like I could be a bit of an imposter. And generally speaking, what happens at this place here is someone comes in and helps you out on that journey. For Luke, it was Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan gave him some advice and some guidance, and he started to get some more traction. But he went into a dark place. And if you remember, that there's a scene when Luke gets into a place where he is hunting for a new mentor, someone that's going to guide him into the next phase of his journey as a knight, as a warrior, as an entrepreneur leader. And in that journey, he found a fellow by the name of Yoda, and he's in a swamp, and he was struggling, and he was getting to this place, and he was super duper frustrated, and here Yoda was giving him his thoughts and giving him this guidance, and he was struggling with it, and he eventually left, and he was kind of like, oh, I'm really annoyed and frustrated. And what ends up happening here, there's no light in this area here, and this point here, this is what we call the dark night of the soul. And this is where we question everything. It's when we question, am I really meant to be in business? Am I really fit to be an entrepreneur? Even if you've done okay and you're going to the next level, you're at 6 figures going to 7 figures in your business, you're at 7 figures going to 8 figures. And what ends up happening is most people's winning strategy to get to where they are is the losing strategy to get to the next place. And what happens is they think, if I keep on doing the same thing, I'm going to keep on getting a better result. But that doesn't happen, because what we know that when you transition to the next level, just like Luke experienced, is that we get to a place that is way outside our comfort zone, and we're way beyond anything we've known before. And we get to a certain point down here, which is what we call the abyss. And the abyss is where, I've just got to let go. To get through this cycle, there are 3 things to get through. So hang on, because as I go through, you might think, yeah, I've heard this story, but do you know how to get through the full hero's journey? And that's what I'm going to go through in a moment. There are only 3 things you need to know. When you get to the abyss, this is the place where there's a true transformation. This is where you are not the same person in the old shoes. You're a new person. You're now kind of like, oh, I get the realization, I have a revelation. And what ends up happening from that revelation, and it could be you've actually realized, I need to grow my team. I now have a sales process. Oh man, why didn't I do this earlier? And you come back out and you start to see the light is now shining on you again. You can see where you're going. You can see the pathway and where it's leading. And at this place here, as you come forward, there's a bit of what we call payback. And what we see by payback, or pay it forward, is part of the entrepreneurial journey is if you've had success and you're winning, is that part of it is paying. Part of that paying back or paying it forward is to spread the news, is to help other people who are going through on that journey, and also pay it back to the teachers and the system that have helped to achieve that. And guess what? You come back up to the top and it's really light and bright, and you get to the top, and then all of a sudden, guess what? To get to the next level, you're going to go through that same journey again. Now, here's the thing. There are 3 things to help you go through that cycle. It is going to happen. You are going to go on that journey. You'll probably do mini journeys or mini cycles within a cycle. Within a year, for someone who's really out there making it happen, they're probably going to do that about 3 times throughout the year. To get through that journey, there are 3 things. Number 1, you've got to trust the system. Luke, when he's in that stage, he's frustrated in the very first movie. If you ever remember the scene right at the very end when he's down there wanting to shoot the big Death Star, and he's looking through the lens, he's looking through his viewfinder, and he's looking there and he's going, I can't get it. And then there comes a point where he flicks it up and he goes, use the force. So he trusted the system. The second thing is you've got to trust the guide or trust the mentor. And that's one of the things that we're super passionate about. If you don't have a mentor or a guide that's giving you external feedback on how you're performing as a leader, as an entrepreneur, it's very, very difficult to go through this journey. And the third one is to trust yourself. Super important. You've got to get to a place where, like Luke did, he lifted up the visor and he said, you know what? I'll use the force. I've been trained on this, and now I'm ready. Now you're ready, and I'll just pull the trigger and take it to the next level. This is the entrepreneurial journey. The cool thing about this is it's a very predictable pathway. Now, as I did that diagram, you would see it looks like a circle. It is a normal circle. Everything up here is what we call the known. Everything down here is the unknown. You're going to go through this circle. But what it really is, it's actually not a circle, it's a spiral. So now you know what's coming up for you in your journey and your entrepreneurial journey. You know what? You might be in the sunny stage where it's all in the known, or you may be in that dark night of the soul, or you might be coming somewhere around that abyss and you got your transformation. Here's what I know, is now you know what it is. You may have another friend, and who do you know that is going through this cycle and just needs to know this is what my journey is going to be like. For me, I was super duper frustrated when I didn't know that this was going to be the journey. And why is this happening to me? When I realized this is just a normal part of the journey. So if you know someone who's going through a bit of the dark night of the soul, send them this video. It might be the thing that's going to help them get through.